Hello guys, thank you so much for opening this video. Thank you for liking, thank you for sharing my content, and of course thank you for being part of the family. If you're new to this channel, what we do here, we discuss scholarship opportunities, international conferences, and soon international jobs. If any of these of interest to you, all you have to do is to stick with the channel by subscribing, hit down the bell notification so that when I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Okay guys, so today's video we are going to look at the graduate research scholarship that is offered at the University of Melbourne in Australia. The scholarship covers your tuition fee, living stipend, and of course it provides you relocation grant as well. So, and there are up to 600 scholarships, and this is both for international and domestic students. So in this video, I am going to take you through the scholarship criteria, that's most like the eligibility criteria, and we'll look at almost everything you need to know about the scholarship, okay? The benefits and the conditions attached, the selection criteria for you to be selected for this scholarship. So all you have to do is just to stick with me as I take you through the scholarship page and of course the courses the university offers, okay, and how to go about the application process. Okay guys, see you. Okay guys, so once you learn yourself to the official page, you will see courses, you will see research, partnership, event. Okay, you want to see the courses. Okay, based on that, you will then determine if you meet the eligibility criteria. I mean like the admission criteria. Okay, so let's look at the scholarship first. So if we click on this one, it's a new page. So this is the scholarship we are talking of. The application status open for automatic consideration. So that means that it is open now. Eligibility, student type, domestic and international student. Benefit amount 100% fee remission and up to 135,000 Australian dollars. Eligible student stage, future student, that means if you are coming in and current student. Eligible student level graduate research, so you have to be doing a research. Benefit duration 1 or more years. Okay, it depends. Now the Melbourne Research Scholarship and Research Training Program scholarship are offered to high achieving international and domestic students who are enrolled in graduate research degrees at the University of Melbourne. As you can see here, this is just the amount, the duration, and the quantity up to 600. So the benefits, stipend and fee offset. So full fee offset for up to 2 years of study undertaking master's by research degree or up to 4 years undertaking a doctorate degree. Living allowance of 37,000 per year. Okay, pro rata 2024 full-time study rate for up to 2 years for students undertaking master's by research degree and up to 3.5 years for students undertaking doctorate. The living allowance may be indexed annually and include limited paid sick, maternity, and potential leave. Now you have relocation grant of $2,000 for students moving from states or territories other than Victoria, or 3,000 for students moving from outside Australia. Now you have overseas student health covers, single membership for international students who require a student visa to study in Australia. Now the fee offset scholarship, full tuition for up to 2 years for those with masters by research and up to 4 years. Okay. Now for further information, you can click on this one. Eligibility and selection criteria. To be considered for this scholarship, you must have applied for and meet the requirements for the graduate research degree at the university, at the Melbourne University or University of Melbourne, or you be currently enrolled in graduate research degree. So this is for future students and this for current students. Selection criteria: all domestic students who are offered admission to the master's by research or doctorate degree at the University of Melbourne will receive a research training program scholarship for domestic. Graduate research scholarship that provides a stipend as well as fee offsets are awarded to domestic and international students based on academic merit. Eligible applicants are scored and ranked according to the academic achievement of their last completed degree and the research potential in the field of study. Factors such as completion of degree at the same level of the research courses for which the scholarship is sought, relevant professional experience, referred publication, specialist, uh, specialist medical qualification, or composition of original music may be taken into consideration. So, so if you've done, let's say, civil engineering, you want to do civil engineering again, which means that aligns. What it means here by completion of a degree at the same level of the research course for which the scholarship is sought. Now, the conditions, this scholarship are subject to these conditions. You can read the conditions later. And the application, how to apply. If you're a new student and have applied, so you need to have applied. All you have to do is just to apply. This is automatic consideration. You apply to the university. By the application closing dates, and we'll get to that soon. Okay, you'll be automatically considered for the graduate research scholarship. You will receive a notification that the scholarship about that a scholarship application has been added to your record within the business days, within 10 business days of having submitted your course application. If you have been accepted, if you have accepted a graduate research course offered and defer commencement in order to be considered for a scholarship, you must submit an online application form by the 31st October to be considered for a scholarship. So if you've applied but you defer for another year, you will receive a notification that the scholarship application has been added to your record. Okay, if you are currently enrolled, so this is for future, deferred, and enrolled, the same process. Okay, you must submit an online application. So basically, that's the whole thing about the scholarship you need to know. Now you can see at the status open for automatic consideration. Okay, so all we have to do now is to look at some of the courses. Okay, and that's where we come in. So let's say let's look at this one first. So if you click on courses, they find the right courses and see why studying with us, or research, find out how we are making a difference. So you can click on this, you can, so if you click on courses, I want us to do this one very fast. So on the graduate courses, but we're looking at graduate courses or research, graduate research, okay? So if you click on graduate research, you know browse research programs, a list of possibilities. You can read all of these, okay? Experts in every field. So you have to choose a supervisor. We'll get to that, okay? Internship. So like you can find a graduate research course. You can just type here, okay? You can type your course and see whether it's part of, let's see, civil engineering. I think this should be just engineering. So if you click on this one, I don't want to waste your time, guys. Find a course. You see here, okay, civil engineering, relevance, doctorate of philosophy, engineering, and IT, masters of philosophy, engineering. So if you click on the specific course, and you can also filter. Yeah. So for graduate research, that's tick, and study area, whether it's engineering, you can just click on engineering, the duration, 1 to 2 years, okay, study mode, in person, okay. Now, when you click on a specific course now, you will know. So let's say we have a specific course. So let's say this is Masters of Philosophy, Engineering, and IT. You see the duration here, 2 years. The fee is 54,000. Okay, the mode on campus, English language requirements. You can click on this one and know. Okay, and you see how to apply. We are going to click on this and how to apply. Now you can see down here, overview, entry requirement, course structure. Okay, so if you look at the overview, what the course is about, entry requirement, like for this one, okay, everything is down here. Okay, entry requirements, the minimum qualification, you must have at least 4 years honors undergraduate degree. international degrees, not all international undergraduate degrees are considered equivalent to an Australian 4 years. So if that's not the case, you need to know what to do. Okay, the minimum level, but you can always reach out to them to ask questions. Okay, you are normally required to have achieved an overall H180 to 100 grade in undergraduate degree or your master's degree, or be up to 5% of your graduating cohort. Relevance of the degree, they look at the relevance of your degree, okay, in Australia as well. Your completed degree must be in the area that is relevant to the intended graduate research program, including sufficient specialization short that you will have already developed an understanding and appreciation of the body of knowledge relevant to your intended master's. Okay, so if I'm doing civil, I want to do again civil engineering, mechanical, or whatsoever. I like to talk about engineering, evidence of research ability. You must have done this one in your undergraduate, okay? Like research project, component of subject, or group of subject that count for at least 25% of your year's work at honors level. So you must have done a research. Okay, currency of the applicant knowledge, assessment of the level, English language, you can read about the English language. Okay, if you're not from an English country, most often you have to provide TOEFL or other IELTS. But if you are from an English country, always you have exceptions. Most often, you just reach out and know there must be exemptions. So the course structure, you can look at it, the career outcomes, fees, and scholarship, and that's what we have already looked at, how to apply. So basically, that's the whole thing. Okay, and there's somewhere I want you to see how to apply. Yes, let's look at how to apply. Now, how to apply. Yes, this is key. Overview. Now, decide a research program. Can be Masters of Philosophy or Doctorate of Philosophy. Okay, we recommend that you familiarize yourself with both this program before deciding. So you check your eligibility, the entry requirements for the Doctorate of Philosophy or the Masters of Philosophy, like I have shown you just now. Check that you meet the university English language requirement. Just click on this one and know. Find a supervisor. Before submitting an application, you need to have the support of a nominated supervisor to find an academic that is best suited to supervise your research, explore the current research project. Now, each research project has a project leader that you can contact to request support for your application. So you reach out to them. If you wish to pursue an area of research that is not defined, the list of research projects, you can search for academics within your intended research area by using Find Expert. Just click on this. Okay. Now, when contacting a potential supervisor, it should include a current CV, okay, and that CV must have that research experience. All highlighted education transcript, a research proposal. So that can just be like your abstract, okay? Yeah, or maybe the first chapter of your undergraduate. A research proposal, any publication or publication information if you have. Check the scholarship deadlines, okay? You can see here, scholarship round for 2025, January to June. That's the first one. And the closing date is July 25. So you still have time. The outcome will be September. The second round, again, you have a closing date of October 2024. So the third deadline, January 9, 2025. So you have enough time. Prepare documentation. The Faculty of Engineering and IT requires similar document to be included within your application before assessment can be taken. If you are still studying, we encourage you to apply now before completing your degree. So you see, a current CV outline your work experience relevant to your proposed field of research, prior knowledge, background, and details of any research. So that's what your CV should. So don't take that CV you've been using. Try to, if you want to apply for this, look at what they are looking at. Sample format for required CV, fine. So click on this one and use that. Okay. Trust me, to get a scholarship requires some time. So scan copies of your official transcript. Read every detail. A 600 word research proposal. So you see, I was talking about your abstract. Well, look at it here. 600. So work with this one. A copy of the email showing your nominated supervisor has agreed to support you. So when you reach out, they will tell you that yes. Okay, 2 academic research report forms. You must provide the contact details of your referees in the online application form. Okay, 1, on submission of your application, the referees will be email linked. Okay, they will submit them. It is important to know that your referees will submit before submitting an application. Well, before submitting an application, contact your referees. So always reach out to them before you submit. If you have completed a thesis or research component that does not include a numerical grade and is greater than or equals to 50% of your entire program, provide a copy of the thesis. Academic report for undergraduate thesis. Read every detail, submit the application. So now you submit your application for your graduate research degree online. Good course. You have to, this is the course code MR field. That's engineering and IT, masters in that research. So for admission to graduate research degree candidate and candidature and scholarship, you must submit a course application. Okay, if you're a new student and have applied for a graduate research degree in the Faculty of Engineering and IT by relevant closing dates, you must be automatically considered for the Melbourne. So you see, they are just basically telling you. So once you submit your application, you will be considered. Once you have submitted your application, you will receive an automatic email confirming your application has been reviewed. You will receive a notification of your application is incomplete or whatsoever. Now, after that, assessment of the application will only commence once you have provided all required documents. The assessment period can take up to 12 weeks. That's like 3 months or so. Acceptance of the offer. So you receive an email once your application is successful. You enroll. So that's it basically. If you want to apply now, you can just click on this one and apply now. But before doing all of this, you have to reach out to your potential supervisors. So you see how to apply and manage your application. Read every detail here. Apply as a current or previous, apply as a current or recent graduate, apply as a new student. You click on this one. Okay, but don't just rush to this one. Make sure you must have reached out every detail I have mentioned. Take your time. Okay, so that's it, guys. And don't forget, please, to share this information and give this video a thumbs up if it makes any sense to you. Okay, thank you very much for your support and for sticking with the channel. Bye bye.